Hey guys, Chris from ProVoBeast Audio Installation, and today we're going to be unboxing this 4-channel Pioneer amplifier. This is the GM-D8704. Let's get started. Okay, so in this unboxing, we're of course going to get it pulled out of the box and show you some of the specs of the amplifier, but also some of the accessories that come in the box. This amplifier is pretty cool because it can do between 4, 3, and 2 channels, depending on if you bridge certain channels there, and is very versatile in your installation. Even another cool feature about this, in the event you do bridge one of the 2 channels and run a small subwoofer, they include a bass knob in the box. Now it does state that it does 1200 watts max. RMS is going to be a total of about 600 watts. We'll break that down for you per channel, but let's go ahead and get this thing pulled apart and show you what it comes with. Alright, so right out of the box comes with a full-on manual. You don't have to download this one, which is super nice. It does actually include one, as well as warranty information. Because this can be configurable to run a subwoofer besides running interior speakers, Pioneer does include a bass knob wire and the bass knob itself. It's really nice that this generation actually does include this, because in the event you wanted to run 2 of the channels to your front stage speakers in the vehicle and bridge the other 2 channels to run a sub, this can do it all. Alright, so we got everything pulled apart. Before we look at the accessories, let's go ahead and look at the amplifier itself. Now, this amplifier is a little bit bigger in terms of width from the previous generation. Dimensions on this amplifier are 10 and 7/16 in terms of length. For the depth here, it's going to be 7 and 7/8 inches, and for the actual height of the amplifier, it's a 2 and 3/8 inch here. Looking at the amplifier, what's cool about this year is it has more of a polished finish, a little bit different from the previous generation. Previous generation top kind of looked like a carbon fiber type design, where this has that mirror finish. Alright, so looking at the terminal end here on the amplifier, starting on the left hand side, we do have 4-gauge power and ground terminals. All other speaker terminals, including the remote turn on, it's about a 12 gauge here. Next to the terminals and the remote turn on wire, we have our 2 30 amp fuses there, and then to the right of that we have our 2 banks of speaker terminals. Now we have 4 channels of amplification here. We kind of have our front set and our rear set, or A and our B there. Now, what's really cool about this amplifier, like I said, super flexible in the way that you can wire this up. And it also diagrams here at the bottom those different configurations. So, for example, let's say we want to run 4 individual speakers. Well, you just can hook up those 4 individual speakers right across here. Now, if we wanted to run 3 speakers, meaning let's say a front stage, 2 channels, and bridge the other 2 channels for a sub, you can do that. So you'd hook up your front speakers here, and then you'd bridge this using that mono configuration to run a subwoofer. Let's say in the event you do want to add a subwoofer to channels B, the bass knob that is included with this amplifier controls the bass on channel B. So just kind of keep that in mind on these rear set of speaker terminals. Alright, so for the other side here, starting on the left hand side, we do have our bass knob input. Now generally speaking, the way that we can control this bass of this amplifier, it only controls the B channel. So just kind of keep it in mind for the 3rd and 4th speaker output on the back of the amplifier here. This controls that included bass knob, which is really cool that Pioneer did that for this generation amplifier. Next here, for the first 2 channels, or channel A, or the front stage here, we have our high pass, low pass filter, and your designation there, whether it's high pass, low pass, or off. If you set it to low pass, generally speaking, that's because you're running a subwoofer. If you're running a high pass, you can probably set that so you can safely run door speakers, or you can set where that crossover cuts off between 40 Hertz all the way up to 500 Hertz, depending on your application there. To the right of our switch is our gain. It goes from 6.5 volts of input all the way down to 0.2 volts of input. Now our input selector can be either 2 or 4 channel, and what that means is you can either feed just 2 channels, and if you select the 2-channel option, it's going to wire those internally in parallel with the B set of channels here. So you can feed 2 channels of input and it carries over to the other 2. So you don't have to run any Y adapters or anything like that. It also has an output as well, so in case you want to pass through, you can hook up additional amplifiers as well. So that's how that 2-channel, 4-channel works. If you do have 4 dedicated channels of input coming into these RCAs, then you just select the 4-channel. Now to the right of our RCA inputs is our channel B, or a 3rd or 4th channel. Again, you have your gain, low pass or high pass filter, as well as your crossover setting here. And then to the very right top hand corner, if you can see that on camera, is our LED light indicator. So that's here on the left side of the amplifier, going through all those adjustments. Alright, so let's quickly look at the accessories that are coming with this amplifier. Like I said, it does provide a full manual and warranty information right out of the box. We do have in this package your base level cable. So again, this controls channel B, according to this, the 3rd and 4th channel. If you want to add a subwoofer to bridge those 2 rear channels and run that sub, you can use the bass knob wire and accompanying bass knob to adjust that line level on the fly, which is pretty cool. Pretty typical bass knob, nothing special about this. We kind of see this design and style through different brands as well. Pretty common here, but you plug the bass knob wire into the back of that, through this cable into the amplifier itself. What's also included with this amplifier are high level input adapters. Now what's cool about this amplifier can actually take a high level input in those RCA inputs on the side. And what that means is, generally with a high level inputs are amplified signals. For example, if you're connecting this directly into the speaker wires of your car and not running it to a low line out converter, speaker level inputs are generally amplified. Your factory radio probably already has a built-in amplifier or external amplifier, and you can essentially hook these adapters up right to those speaker wires and feed that signal directly into the amplifier. This Pioneer amplifier can handle that input voltage, so if you don't want to include a line out converter and want to just hook this amplifier directly up to your factory speaker wire, you can do that through these provided adapters. Now just a couple of last things to note with this amplifier here. We did mention at the beginning on the box it does show 1200 watts. Now the way that breaks down at these terminals here, each terminal here has an output at 4 ohms of 100 watt RMS. At 2 ohms it is 150 watts RMS, and these are actually also stable down to 1 ohm each channel in case you wire it that way, and at 1 ohm according to Pioneer is 125 watts RMS. Now if you happen to bridge the channels, it's bridgeable down to 4 ohms. If you bridge these channels, like if you're running a sub, it can do 300 watts RMS. Well, that's about it for this unboxing. If you actually want to see this guy in action, what we're going to be doing is installing this in a 2015 Subaru WRX. We're actually going to be pairing it with its monoblock counterpart to have a full system there. We'll have a link down in the description as well as a card up above once that video becomes available. If you like this video and you thought it was helpful, hit that like button. We appreciate the support. Also, if you want to see more great content, since we post all the time, be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.